In this video, we are going to discuss what is important to consider when planning your operations. We are going to discuss how to design an operational structure for your fitness club. We are also going to discuss what are the essential procedures that you need to plan when operating your fitness club. Hi, this is Rob, founder of RK Fitness Solution, a company that helps small to medium-sized fitness clubs and businesses to plan, start, run, operate their fitness facilities. If you see the value in this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. Let's jump into it. In the planning phase, depending on the type of your facility, and remember, you may want to run a boutique studio fitness, a standard size, classic fitness club model, or a luxury type of concept. You will have certain differences when you're planning your operations. And depending on the model, depending on a concept, you would need to plan all of this. So in the planning phase, again, depending on your model and concept, you would have several things to consider. Let's see what are these. The structure phase. You need to plan the structure of your operations. What does it mean? It means you need to plan how many employees you are going to have, what areas and what departments these employees are going to belong to, how many departments are you going to have. This depends on the services that you are going to provide to your customers, but it also depends on what facilities you are going to have, what areas within your facilities you are going to have, what amenities you are going to provide to your customers, whether you're going to have products or not. So planning your structure is essential for your operations. Having enough employees is important, but consider not to overhire at the beginning. The next phase is job role drafting. Job role drafting is going to help your the creation of your structure. How? Simply, you are going to write down what job roles you are considered to have in your fitness club. So for example, you will have receptionist, you might have a membership sales, you will have a fitness instructor or personal trainer in the fitness department. You might also have a barista if you have a coffee shop, and so on and so forth. So top of the lines jobs, you need to list them down first. Each of these job roles now will have to be detailed. How you detail a job role? First, you need to write down every essential part that they will play within that job role. So for example, consider a fitness instructor in a gym. What a fitness instructor will do. So you start by saying, for example, meeting, greeting new customers and existing. You might want a fitness instructor to check the equipment, its functionality, hygiene in a gym. You want to make sure that, for example, all equipment are in their place, and you might want a fitness instructor to make sure that this equipment is always put back in a place and that they are where they belong to. Another role could be, for example, a receptionist. So what the receptionist will do. One by one, you list down the tasks that you want your receptionist to do. It could be as simple as answering phone calls, meeting new customers, creating certain reports maybe, doing some administrative work. List them all down and see how many of these are there. Once you created these job roles and tasks for each, be realistic. Think it through. How much of these can an employee actually cover? Do you perhaps need one person to do all these tasks? Or you might want to create another job role for certain list from these essential tasks. Once you have set the job roles, the next thing is to write a job description. Job description is very important because based on a job description, you are going to look for an employee once you go into the hiring phase. Aside from the job description, and employee profiling will be also very important to write. For example, a receptionist. A receptionist with the background working in hospitality and a receptionist working in, for example, a medical field in a hospital, they do different jobs, don't they? Although they have the same roles, receptionist. So it's very important for you to consider from what industry you are going to hire a receptionist. This will be dictated by what job role you want that receptionist to play in your facility and what tasks you want the receptionist to cover in your facility. The next thing is the member's journey. Member's journey is very important to be created. What is a member's journey? In a member journey planning, you need to describe and define what are the steps of what a new member will experience when experience services and products in your health club, fitness club. Step by step, you need to describe what is the phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and as many as you have to create that journey for the member who will be going through, for example, an induction process, experience certain group exercise classes, or experience a new personal training. What you need to plan next is certain essential procedures that you would need to have and implement in your fitness club. Among those, a couple would be an opening and closing procedure. In the opening procedure, you are going to describe how you will open or how your employees will open your fitness club. What are the steps they will need to take to prepare the facility for welcoming your first member first thing in the morning. Same works for the closing procedure. In both, please make sure that all employees are taking an active part and within their department they taking certain steps and they complete certain procedures, whether it's in the opening or in the closing process. Furthermore, there are some main operating procedures that you want to create and design for your fitness club operations. These are, for example, shift handover processes. What is a shift handover? Well, probably you are going to have a morning and an afternoon or evening shift within your operations, right? So whatever happens in the morning, all those tasks and things will have to be handed over to the afternoon shift. This could be as simple as cash handling. So for example, you would have some sales, right? In a morning, in a health club or in a fitness club. There would be some money collected, whether it's through cash or through credit cards or some other receipts will be issued. These receipts will need to tally with the cash received, and therefore this need to be handed over to the afternoon shift, because again, at the closing procedure, the tilt or the cash will be closed. Therefore, the afternoon shift need to have a full picture of what happened in the morning and what happened in the afternoon evening. Another thing could be an inquiry. How do you handle an inquiry within your fitness club? What happens when the phone rings? What happens when a person walks into your club? Step-by-step process, what an employee, receptionist or salesperson would do during this process is essential to create, because your customer service starts right from that point. Functionality and maintenance of your fitness equipment or equipment in general and your facility itself is also an essential part of the operational procedures. How do you control and monitor what breaks down and what is important to be functional at all times? How do you create that process? How you create these tasks? Who is going to do these tasks is very important. You wondering probably why is it important to define and design this process as well? Well, in fitness industry, we have several rules, but one of them is never have ever any equipment being broken down and being on a gym floor. That's a bad customer service. Communication with the customer. How do you design a communication, a language, a way your employees are going to communicate with your customers? Now, this is not only verbal communication. This also reflects the communication that you are going to have through your social media or other marketing channels. Creating scripts, how your employees will handle a phone inquiry, for example, or a walk-in scenario for that matter, is essential and very important. Don't forget, whatever you create in operational procedures, you will have to train your employees, your staff, over and over again, making sure that what you have created is learned and delivered. Operating a fitness or a health club is fun, but it's very important that you are taking care of certain small details that will create an amazing experience for your customers. If you like this video, please hit the like button. I'll see you in the next one.